Imagine a place where the mountains themselves become a temple, and in the silence of the stones, the breaths of some ancient gods still pulsate. Hidden in the remote and mysterious valleys of China's Gansu province is such a sight. Magician Temple, which is called the Horseshoe Temple. Behind this name is hidden a mythical mystery. It is said that a divine horse descended from heaven left the mark of its horseshoe on these rocks, and there the soul of this site awakened. This is no ordinary temple, but a living scripture of stone standing silently for centuries. More than 10,600 years old, this temple is a wonderful complex of hundreds of caves carved into a massive rock. When viewed from afar, the entire hill appears like a beehive. Every cave embraces within itself the tale of an entire civilization. On the walls of these caves are Buddhist frescoes that shine like fresh colors even today. In these paintings, glimpses of Lord Buddha, images of Tibetan saints, and the wonderful craftsmanship of Han Chinese architecture can be seen. This is that place where two cultures, Tibetan and Han Chinese, not only met, but dissolved into each other and created a new identity. The specialty of Magician Temple is not only its architecture, but also its location. This temple is situated at an altitude of 8,000 feet from sea level, where snow-covered peaks, green forests, and sand-covered plains all three clash with each other. It seems as if three different faces of the earth have come together at one place and are standing silently. The path to reach here even today is difficult, and perhaps this is the reason that this site remained hidden from the eyes of history for centuries. But whoever reached here did not return the same as he came. The air here feels heavy, as if some memory is floating in it. Then suddenly you will feel that someone is walking behind. But upon turning, only stones stand, silent but all watching. The walls of the caves are not only paintings but hymns, which were being sung even when our names were not on this earth. When you stand in the highest cave of Magician Temple and look towards the valley, not only the scene is visible, a vibration is felt as if some ancient energy has touched you. Magician Temple is not just a religious site. This is that part of the Silk Road where geography, religion, and mystery dissolved into each other and became a living monument. This place is not found in any history book. This place can only be felt, and whoever has felt it knows that true pilgrimages are not on maps. They are hidden in the lap of mystery. Number 2, Turpin. The mystery of sweet grapes settled on the land of fire. Imagine a place where water flows in the depths of the ground, but the air above burns, where the temperature turns humans into steam, yet their green grapevines sway. This is Turpin. Located in China's Xinjiang region, this wonderful and mysterious city is the hottest but sweetest pearl of the Silk Road, situated in the Turpin Depression Valley about 500 feet below sea level, which is considered one of the hottest and lowest places in the world. But as much as its land burns, its shadows are equally mysterious. On this end of the Silk Road, traders used to come here when they had crossed a long desert journey. Turpin was like a living mirage for them, such a place which was fire-like, hot, but life-giving like water. The most astonishing mystery of Turpin is its working system. Thousands of years old, underground water management technology, in which ice water, coming from distant mountains, was brought to this burning valley through tunnels below the ground. Think without any electricity, pump, or modern technology, these people had made rivers flow under the desert. This was not only engineering, this was the cleverness and stubbornness to stay alive of some civilization. The grapes that grow from the soil of Turpin are not just fruits, they are the sweetness of history. The heat and dry air of here make the grapes so sweet that the entire world recognizes them. Traders of the Silk Road from here not only sent silk and spices, but also these grapes, raisins, and cultural stories tied in their caravans. And then comes the second most mysterious miracle of Turpin, the ruins of Jiawo. 2,000 years old, this city was made of mud, and now it is turned into sand silently. But its walls still stand, without any roof, without any life, yet as if someone still lives there. When you pass between these ruins, it feels as if time has stopped. No wind blows, no sound comes. Only a pulsation that the soul feels. Turpin is not just a city. It is a living duality where fire and water live together, where desert and fertile fields meet in the same valley, and where the past of the Silk Road still hums between the grapevines. This is that place which tells that civilizations do not endure only from strength. They endure from understanding, science, and harmony with nature. Turpin is a message that if you want to live in the heart, then life can be grown even on burning land. Number 3. Yazd. The magical world made from wind and the city of wind. Imagine a city where the afternoon sun pricks like a sword. But inside the houses, the wind flows as if some god has waved his hand. This is no science fiction, but a miraculous city settled in the desert heart of Iran. Yazd, settled on the Silk Road, was no ordinary stop, but that place where caravans not only left goods, but also unloaded fatigue, fear, and thirst. More than 2,000 years old, this city lives its history even today in streets made of golden sand and mud. Yazd was called the magician of wind by the world, and sometimes the wonder standing in the sand. But the real mystery is hidden in its wind catchers, badger-named wonderful structures. These towers keep the entire house cool without electricity, without fans, without any modern technology. The system of catching the wind and bringing it down is such that even today, engineers get stunned seeing it. When traders of the burning desert reached Yazd after crossing, this city seemed like a mirage to them. Houses made of mud walls, mosques with blue domes, and Zoroastrian fire temples of Zarathustra religion. Every corner stood bearing the weight of centuries within itself. The Atash Baram temple here, where fire has been worshipped without extinguishing for centuries. Even today it is burning. This fire is not the symbol of religion, but has become the symbol of the immortal consciousness of the soul. The streets of Yazd are so narrow that two people can hardly walk together. In these very streets, the sound of trade, religion, and civilization used to echo. At every turn here is some unknown gate, and behind every door some story, sometimes of Jad, sometimes of Persian kings, and sometimes of some lost caravan. This is that city where every wall whispers, and the wind becomes the witness of history. The architecture of Yazd is not only the way to fight heat, but the symbol of making human life beautiful and dignified even in the desert. These mud houses stand even today, despite lack of rain, dust-filled storms, and 50 degrees heat, as mute witnesses of that era when humans did not fight nature. They understood it. Yazd of the Silk Road was not just a trading center. It was an experience. Such an experience which even today resides in the winds of their, dissolved in the mud of the walls and sleeping in the sand of the desert. Whoever passes through the streets of Yazd once, this city settles in his soul forever. Like some forgotten prayer that suddenly comes to mind again. Number 4, Jeju Pass. The wall where mystery ends, there it begins. The burning land of the desert behind the snow-covered Kilian Mountains, and in front a silence of stone that has been trying to say something for centuries. This is Jeju Pass. The western end of China's Great Wall, but for the Silk Road, a beginning or final breath, history calls it the first gate under heaven. But whoever stands here understands that this gate opens towards some other world. In the 14th century, the Ming dynasty did not build it only as a military fort, but it was the final boundary of the entire civilization. From here ahead, there was no guarantee, neither of security nor of return. Whoever trader or pilgrim crossed this pass, he truly entered the unknown. The thick walls of Jeju Pass, high guard towers, and grand gates even today stand as they are, as if challenging time and destruction both. We are still here. The geographical position of this place itself is a mystery. On one side, land like Tar Desert, and on the other side, snowy peaks. Crossing it was not easy, and therefore whoever crossed it was no ordinary person. Historians believe that Jeju Pass was not only a security post, but a test's touchstone. Whoever crossed it proved himself. According to one legend, when the plan of this fort was being made, a craftsman was told how many brick stones will be needed to make this wall. He told a number and said that if even one more happens, then take my life. And when the entire wall was built, exactly the same number came out. Not even one stone more. The last stone in the arch of the gate even today is present, which is called the overplus brick, and people believe that it is the proof of some divine calculation. The importance of Jeju Pass on the Silk Road is also special because this was that place where the first touch of East and West happened. Hear the thud of soldiers' feet, bells of traders, camels, and mantras of monks all used to echo together. This place is not only stone but the crossroad of time, such a line where history had stopped so that the future could be born. Today when you stand on the main gate of this fort, not only walls are visible, You see those countless feet that pass from here, those dreams that once waved on these walls, and those stories that are still buried under the sand? Jiayu Pass is not the final fort of the Silk Road. This is its most mysterious stop, from where history slowly turned into legend. Number 5. Karamabad. Shadows frozen in stones and civilization hidden in clouds. Where height stops, breaths there. If a city is alive, then understand it is made not from stones but from resolve. Yes, this is Karamabad. That mountainous city settled in the Hunza Valley of Pakistan, which is the highest but most hidden link of the Silk Road, at an altitude of more than 8,000 feet. The air here has not only oxygen but stories of centuries floating in it. This is that place where Tibetan Buddhist monks, Mughal warriors, and Chinese traders used to stop in the same valley, used to drink tea on the shore of the same river, and then move towards the next civilization. The mountains standing above Karamabad are not just rocks. They are witnesses of history. Baltit Fort and Altit Fort, to ancient forts made of stone which even today converse with the winds. Baltit Fort is about 700 years old, and in it the echo of Tibetan architecture is clearly heard. When you look towards the valley from the highest balcony of this fort, it feels as if you have entered some time machine. Every rock, every turn, every house seems part of some ancient script which can only be read with eyes. The Hunza River flowing in the valley here is so calm and cold that it seems as if time itself has frozen in it. And then 2 wonderful peaks piercing the sky, Ultersar and Ladyfinger, which not only show Himalayan beauty, but also the boundaries of civilization. Beyond these mountains is that world from where traders came, brought dreams, and sometimes never returned. The streets of Karamabad even today are the same as they were centuries ago. Here there is no grand market, nor any modern hustle. But behind every house, every roof, every window, there is some story. Sometimes a silk-loaded camel caravan, sometimes a Mughal army, and sometimes of some monk who, while meditating, vanished right here. Compared to other stops of the Silk Road, Karamabad is the most hidden, like that tune of some evening which is heard only by true ears. Local people say that if you stand quietly near Baltit Fort at night, then you can hear the bells of camels and the sound of caravans passing through icy paths. No one knows where these sounds come from, but whoever hears once, something changes within him forever. Karamabad is not just a mountainous village, it is a living memory. This is the testimony of that time when mountains gave way and valleys provided shelter. The highest breath of the Silk Road, the deepest silence, and the deepest soul. If resides somewhere, then it is right here in Karamabad.
Number 6. Boktoper, the pulsation of civilization embedded in bricks.
If there is such a city where every brick chants some mantra, every turn time stops and looks at you, and in every wall some god's breath is stuck, then it is Boktoper.
Located a little distance from Kathmandu Valley of Nepal, this city was that stop of the Silk Road where trade, art, and faith had dissolved into each other. The meaning of Boktoper is the city of devotees. But do not be deceived by this name, because this city is not only devotion, but also sacrifice, dedication, and wonderful architecture's silent shine. About 12th century this city was the capital of Nepal's Malla kings, and traders coming and going on the Silk Road used to pass through here. Today, when you enter this city, you do not find any shining road, but narrow streets made of red bricks, where only the echo of footsteps resounds. Rows of temples, gods carved on pillars, and multi-storied pagoda-style roofs piercing the sky altogether not only make Boktoper a city, but a living statue. Durbar Square is the heart of this city, such a crossroads where history is spread in every direction. The palace with 55 windows here is not just a palace, but a canvas of time on which craftsmen have etched their soul. There standing are massive clock towers, kings, thrones, and pictures like dancing apsaras on the walls. Every building here is made without cement and iron, only from bricks, wood, and emotion. The soul of Boktoper resides in its festivals. During festivals like Biscuit Jatra, Gai Jatra, and Indra Jatra, the streets of this city not only fill with colors, but also with energy. That energy which is not only humans, but of possibility. Here, time has not stopped. It has taken a different shape. When the evening sun falls on the back of old temples, it feels as if some old sage is meditating. But the biggest mystery of Boktoper is its simplicity. No tall buildings, no crowded shopping malls. Yet whoever comes here once, his mind gets stuck here. Traders of the Silk Road also used to stop here not only to trade but to pause the soul. Bhaktapur is not just an ancient city, it is a living chapter. Here stones do not speak. Here silence speaks. The every shadow of the Silk Road that has now faded its glimpse even today floats in the winds of Bhaktapur. This is that city which does not change time but itself becomes time. Number 7. Yadon National Geological Park, where stones became forts and winds, wrote history. There are some places in the world that looking seem like the Earth's but feeling like some other planet's. Yadon National Geological Park, located in China's Gansu province, is that mysterious area spread, where the stories of the Silk Road are not frozen in sand but in stones. Some say it is the result of nature's cruelty. Some call it the most slow but most precise craftsmanship of time. But whoever has gone there knows, this place is not just a geological structure. It is a living history that whispers with the winds. This Dangsha is called a special landform, which wind and sand together have sculpted over millions of years. The rocks here appear like forts, some ship-like, some temple-like, and some truly like the ruins of some forgotten city. When the sun's rays fall on them, then these structures come alive one by one, as if the shadows of some time-confused civilizations stand in front of us in the form of stones. The area of this park is more than 180 square miles, meaning so large that no one can roam it completely in one day. This area is located near Dunhuang. It's the same Dunhuang, which was once the shining constellation of the Silk Road, where traders used to stop, where the confluence of painting, meditation, and architecture happened. But this Dangsha is different from that. Here are neither temples nor forts, but the stones themselves stand like temples, forts like forgotten cities. As if the earth has hidden its old memories in these rocks itself. The most mysterious is the silence here. No birds, no trees, no sound, only wind, which is so intense that crashing against the rocks itself makes its own tune. Many tourists say that standing between the jars they feel the glimpse of some invisible tale, as if these hollow vessels have preserved the silence of centuries. The moss accumulated on the edges of some jars, and the rainwater accumulated inside in them. The reflection of the sky becomes like a mirror in which clouds slide and mystery floats. Scientific method tries to answer the questions. Carbon dating comparison of artifacts, geological mapping on every answer with a new question is born. If these were vessels of last rites, then why so different shapes? If these were for storage, then why no standardization of lids and basins? And if the legend is part of truth, then where is the history of that giant recorded? The plane of jars teaches us that sometimes stones also ask questions and we only pass through between them, hearing the echo of those questions. Number 8. The fairy circles. Mysterious round marks made in the desert. In the dry grassland areas of Namibia, thousands of circular spots are scattered far. In the middle, dry, naked soil, and all around a thin ring of grass. Viewed from above, they seem like some geometer, perfect line drawings, regular, consistent, and captivating. The local Himba community considers them the footprints of fairies. They say they descend at night, dance, and disappear before dawn, leaving behind circles filled with mystery. Scientists present two major explanations: termite-generated structural modification and self-organization in resource-limited ecology arising pattern. Both have evidence, and both have inconsistencies. The termite theory tells that underground tunnels distribute soil moisture differently, due to which grass does not stick in circular areas but thrives on the boundary. The self-organization model says that competition for water and mutual effects of plants give rise to patterns naturally taking circular form, a kind of ecological fractal that maintains its geometry even when distances change. Drone photography and long-term SOSH arms tell that these circles are born, grow, die, and give birth to new circles. As if the desert is painting with its slow breaths. But the desert is not only science, but also the province of sounds and glimpses. At night, between the rustling of the wind, when these circles shine in the moonlight, then it seems as if the earth has written. It's a mantra of geometry on its surface in some invisible language. Many travelers have told that standing between these circles, direction confusion happens, as if everything is well organized yet unanswered. The question remains the same. If this is the work of termites, then why termite signs are weak in some areas? And if only self-organization, then how does the pattern stability remain in different climates? It is possible that the answer is not in one theory. It is hidden in their combination. The living proof of co-creation of life and environment. The fairy circles tell us that the desert is not empty, it is filled with thoughts. It writes the mantra of geometry on its surface every night and leaves the challenge for us to read it in the morning sun. Number 8. The moving stones of Death Valley. The stones themselves start moving. In the racetrack playa, flat cracked floor of California's Death Valley, heavy stones leave long lines behind them and are found at new places. For years, this phenomenon remained a mystery. No clear slope, no visible push, yet the stones seemed to slide overnight. Local king legends kept calling them cursed rocks. But scientists watched patiently, measured, and finally recorded that moment when nature revealed its secret a little. In cold nights, a thin layer of shallow water freezes into a transparent sheet of ice. The morning sun and wind together break these sheets into large floating panels. When these panels flow with light wind, the stones stuck between them are slowly pushed forward. The line of their movement gets imprinted on the moist soil behind. But every answer also awakens a new question. Why is every stone's movement different? Some take sharp turns, some move stopping and starting, and some remain stationary for years. Is it the combined mathematics of subtle slope, particle size, ice thickness, and wind direction that makes every line unique? And if the process is understood, then why does the experience still seem so mysterious? The silence of Racetrack Playa deepens this mystery. Shadow of distant mountains, the vast bowl of the sky, and the crunching soil breaking under the feet. Between all this, when you follow the line of some stone, then it feels as if the steps of some invisible dancer are falling. At night, when the temperature drops, the tunes of the wind change and imagination pulsates inside the rocks. Sometimes science tells us that magic is actually the confluence of subtle circumstances. The rare dance of water, ice, wind, and soil. Yet when in the morning you return and see that the same stone has moved a few feet forward, then the mind accepts that explanation can calm the understanding, but cannot end the wonder. The moving stones of Death Valley teach us that explanation and mystery are not opposites of each other, but two chapters of the same story. We see with one eye, feel with the other. Number 9. Okigahara Forest. The forest filled with silence of souls, spread on the slopes of Mount Fuji. Okigahara is such a forest where sound itself becomes slow. On the lava-born land, the roots of grown trees crawl on the surface. The thick layer of moss makes the earth velvety, and the weight of moisture in the air makes the silence even denser. Paths are narrow, side views limited, and sense of direction breaks quickly. This is why coming here demands following guidelines and signs. In legends, it is considered the abode of Yurei. Wandering souls and the whispers coming from between the trees and the night fog keep this myth alive. Modern equipment also often feels disturbed here. Magnetic anomalies, effect of dense biological matter, and presence of volcanic rocks together can destabilize the compass. As a result, some travelers feel that the forest itself swallows direction. Despite this place is not only the symbol of fear. Here, rare vegetation, birds' movement, and seasonal cooing of cuckoos create the music of a different world. In the day, when bright sunlight filters through dense canopies, spots of light scatter on the ground like some ancient script. Signs placed on the paths of Okigahara warn, "Respect the jungle. Do not wander alone. Stay on marked trails." This warning is as practical as it is metaphorical. Even in the dense jungles of life, paths are needed. Some people come here for meditation. They say in this silence, the turmoil hidden inside the mind starts being heard. As evening falls, the temperature drops and fog rises from the ground and fills up to the shoulders. The sound of some dry twig breaking somewhere is so clear that it seems someone is standing nearby. Perhaps this is the biggest mystery of Okigahara. Fear does not awaken outside, it awakens within. The jungle only provides the stage. It's darkness, fog, roots, and countless paths. What we bring with us is what is shown back to us. In the morning, when the first rays of the sun draw golden streaks on the trunks, then it feels as if the night has slowly collected an old story and the jungle has returned to its green silence. Number 10. Baalbek, Lebanon. The city of stones made by gods. Spread in the Bekaa Valley of Lebanon, Baalbek is not just an archaeological site, but such a mystery that has equally puzzled historians, scientists, and mystics for centuries. This city, which was once called the House of Gods, today embraces within itself such stones whose weight is more than 1,000 tons. So heavy that even modern crane technology struggles to move them. Seeing these stones, the question inevitably arises that 2,000 years ago, how did this seemingly impossible construction happen? Was this the result of human talent, or the miracle of some unknown divine or extraterrestrial technology? The trilithon blocks present in Baalbek, each of which is between about 800 to 1,000 tons, are counted among the most mysterious examples of ancient engineering. The grand temples built by the Roman Empire, here Jupiter, Bacchus, and Venus, they even today are excellent examples of architectural art. But historians believe that the foundation of these temples was laid by some civilization even before that. Some research tells that the Romans certainly used these massive stones in the construction of their temples, but they themselves did not quarry them. The precision of these stones, the way of joining each other, and stability without any cement or mortar show that behind this construction there was some extremely advanced technology. The most famous among these stones is Hajar al-Hibla, or the stone of the pregnant woman, which is about 1,200 tons and even today is half buried in the quarry. It is considered the largest quarried stone in the world. The question is that not only did they quarry such massive stones, but also brought them and placed them hundreds of meters away. That too, without modern machinery? Did they have some unknown mechanical method? Or did they have the ability to bend gravity in some way? Some theories tell that ancient civilizations had sound waves or vibration-based technology with which they could lighten heavy objects, meaning make them light and transport them. Local legends call this place the abode of those giants who were called Nephilim, such gigantic beings who were considered the link between gods and humans. According to some beliefs, the Anunnaki named extraterrestrial race descended here and established their temples. This idea may seem imaginary, but when you stand in front of these stones, this notion does not seem so impossible. The marks of tools on the surface of the stones are extremely precise, as if some modern machine has shaped them. The astronomical alignment of the temples of Baalbek is also extremely precise. Some research tells that these structures were built in accordance with the special conjunctions of planets and constellations of that time, which indicates that the creators had deep knowledge of astronomy. The pillars of Jupiter Temple are 70 feet tall, and their diameter is so large that 4 people cannot encircle it even by joining hands. This not only proves architectural skill, but also gives a glimpse of the confidence and technical capability of that civilization which built them. At night, when silence descends in the Bekaa Valley and moonlight falls on the walls of the temples, then Baalbek comes alive like some ancient memory. A strange echo is heard in the air as if the stones themselves are narrating their story. Some travelers have said that they have felt humming sounds and rhythmic vibrations here. It seems as if some slow pulsation is still going on inside the earth. Is this the same vibration which once shaped these stones? Or is this the echo of time that is still trapped between these rocks? Many modern archaeologists consider Baalbek the line between human effort and natural limits. They say this place proves that ancient humans were unbelievably advanced, not only in religion or art, but also in engineering and science. On the other hand, mystics consider it an energy point, the place of the earth where cosmic energy is the most powerful. Standing here, it feels as if the entire atmosphere is filled with some invisible power which not only flows in the stones, but also in the air. The real mystery of Baalbek is perhaps hidden in this duality, where science and faith both exist together. This is that place where the more you try to know, the more unknown comes forward. Every stone, every pillar, every crack hides a chapter of time within itself. This site teaches us that the story of human civilization is incomplete. Many of its pages are still buried in the dust of history. When the first rays of the sun fall on the stairs of the temple, it feels as if the gods have again given the signal of returning to their home. Perhaps this is the biggest mystery of Baalbek. It makes us realize that no matter how modern the technology becomes, Some mysteries of nature and the universe will always remain beyond our understanding, and perhaps this incompleteness itself inspires us to continue the search, so that we can know whether God's really ever walked on this earth, or this is just the stone-made shadow of human dreams. That's all for today's video. You have seen that in every corner of this earth, some mystery or the other is still breathing. Somewhere the empire of bones buried underground creates fear from its darkness. Then somewhere mountains swaying in the wind challenge our imagination. Some places are puzzles for science, then some experiences for the soul. Perhaps this is the biggest beauty of the earth. It never comes fully understood. It just keeps attracting us again and again with its mysteries. In the next episode, we will return with the search of some more unseen mysteries, where history, nature, and imagination together will again astonish you. If you liked this journey, then like the video, share it, and definitely subscribe to the channel, because the journey of these mysteries is still remaining ahead. If you are watching this video, please subscribe our channel, Epoch Docs,